Let me ask you, it's maybe a silly question. So if you don't go through nipple reconstruction, you can still tattoo the nipple and the area. I get, but maybe you get this question all the time. Yeah, so it's not, you just give the idea of the 3D?
So what the technical term would be 3D nipple tattoo. So that is where I just create a nipple with shading, and it's how the tattoo's done, and what I do is I do the nipple, and a lot of people choose not to have nipple reconstruction.
Okay.
So I created a false nipple through a tattoo, do the areola. I also add the Montgomery glands, which are the little bumps that we used to have. And I add them very subtle. So I know online you can look and there's a lot. And to me, as a survivor and a woman, and now and a tattoo artist doing what I do, I look at them and I'm like, that just to me looks so unreal. Like that's not what mine look like in real life. So I add them, but it's so subtle. It just gives that textured appearance. So it looks more realistic. So I do add that. And then it blends into the skin more like a natural areola versus a tattoo that's hard line. So, absolutely. If you haven't had reconstruction, you can definitely still have that illusion.
Wow, that's amazing. Did you ever go back to yours and retouch them after the nurse?
So the nurse, has moved on in her career, even out of state. And so I have not had mine done. And there is no one. I'll do it myself eventually, and some people are like, how are you going to do it? And I who else is going to do it? I can do it. And I use lidocaine gel, so I'm not going to have any pain. I'll just numb that. And if I need to and do it myself. But every time I'm ready to do it, and I'm like, this weekend, I'm going to do it. I get up, get ready for work, and I look at myself in the mirror, and I'm like, nobody will ever look like this that comes to me. So I don't know if it just keeps giving me that. I don't know, but I'll do it eventually. I need a revision. I put that off. I don't want another boob surgery. I had, 7 surgeries in 14 months. I need to have one soon, but so I think I'm going to wait. And then once that's done, then I'll probably do
to replace the silicone. Yeah.
Right.
How long does it take for a nipple tattoo on average? I say nipple, but areola as well.
Sure, it's the same thing, right? Yeah. For bilateral, I schedule an hour and a half, and for unilateral, I schedule an hour. That gives us time, no rushing. It's going to be all about, the client. If she wants family in there, although COVID's been a little bit challenging because a lot of offices, you can't have somebody with you or only one. And that's sad because it's a celebration. Like this is a hurrah. And for me, I'm like, you can have, in a normal situation besides COVID, it was, a pandemic. Before then, it was like, if we can stuff the room with 100 people, I'm not intimidated by it. It's not about me. It's about them. Yeah. And if that makes them comfortable, then so be it. So, they have what they want, and, it's on their time, but an hour and a half typically for, and it doesn't usually take that long. That just gives us time to really let them relax, let them choose what they want, and then the tattooing process. And then go over the aftercare, which I'll provide everything for them. So when they leave, that's another worry they don't have to worry with, because when they leave, they're going to have a bag that's going to have, I use an antibiotic ointment, I use non-adhesive bandages, a hydrocortisone cream, and then they always have a detailed, and this is the nurse in me as well, is, infection is my number one. And then a detailed aftercare form, because as a patient, I couldn't remember anything. I would walk out and just be like, what did they say? Because all I was doing was cancer.
I know. Yeah. Tell me, are you training anyone to fill in your shoes?
That is something that I'm definitely looking into. I've had a lot of people reach out and would like to, which is such an honor. Yeah. I think right now, because I just traveled to so many offices and just traveling, definitely not during a pandemic, that'll be probably hopefully next year, but that's my plan in the future for sure. because, you know, one day I would love to be able to have people reach more women that,
Of
you know,
course.
have the same feeling as I do when it comes to this. I don't want it to be a job or think of it as, oh, I can earn an extra buck. Well, I do eyebrows, I do
Mm-hmm.
makeup, I can
Mm-hmm.
do nipples.
Yeah.
But that's not, I will never do those, you know, and I want somebody to have that empathy and compassion towards survivors
Yeah.
to know this isn't just a tattoo. Like
Yeah.
this is a new beginning, and it's a huge step
Yeah.
and process, you know, for us. So that it's gonna I'll probably be selective, to be honest, because I don't want to train somebody just for me to make the
Right.
money of training them when they're going to go out and not have that compassion.
Yeah. I love it. Love it. Love it all that you're saying. Yeah, you have a plan, you know what you're doing, you know where you're going, and you're going to leave a legacy no matter what. No matter what.
You know, and I never even thought of it being that way. I just saw the need,
Yeah.
and and I just feel like I had to fill that
Mm.
need. Like we deserve the best,
Mm-hmm.
so I
Mm-hmm.
deserve the best, and I
Mm-hmm.
didn't have that. So
And your clients too. Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. Do you have any tips, suggestions for the people at home? They're going through, I don't know, breast cancer, a diagnosis, or they're through their entire experience with the big C. What what do you have to tell them?
Well, number one, be your best advocate, no
Mm.
matter what it is, from diagnosis to treatments to aftercare to everything. Nobody's going to speak up for you but you. So you have to just pull your pants up and get in there and be strong, even when you feel like you don't have a voice. You have to have that voice. And, you know, question, get a second opinion, a third if you need to. And then as far as areola tattooing, you know, do your research. If you can't, I mean, of course, I would love to see everyone, you know,
Mm-hmm.
but I know that's not realistic. And if you can't come to me and I don't come to your area, then do your research and just make sure that person that you choose, because there's so many people doing it nowadays, you know, do they have a medical background? Do they know what blood pathogens are? Do they know infection control? You know, are they under a health guideline with your state? You know, it's a lot of things that people don't think about. They just say, I'm going to go get a tattoo or what have
Right.
you. But there's a lot of factors, like our skin's been compromised. An infection is the last thing we need. Because
Mm.
if you get that, you have a potential of losing that breast
Ah, yeah.
or a whole new, like, you don't want to have to go through that. So, you know, and then investigate the kind of ink. Go meet the artist, you know, have a conversation. And if you feel comfortable with them, then, you know, you do what you feel is best for yourself, for
Mm.
sure. So just research, taking care of yourself, get a good support group. If you don't have good support around you, find a support group because
Yeah.
they're out there.
Yeah.
Even if it's, you know, through social media. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
this community is big. There's a lot of factors in it. Some people have the wrong intention, but most of us are in it for the best intentions to help our fellow sisters, survivors, and men. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
definitely,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I hope that helps.
Mm. Well, it helped me for sure. It's unbelievable. I knew it existed, tattoo, but not nipple tattoo, but I didn't know the ins and outs, and this was unbelievable. And it definitely needs to be the way you're describing it. Someone dedicated, someone with medical experience, someone who knows antibiotics, infection, even the ink being appropriate for MRIs, because you won't
Right.
be not doing those anytime soon. No, it's amazing. It's perfect. You found your place in the world.
Yeah.
And so many people will say, breast cancer, I'm blessed, I'm thankful for breast cancer because it gave me this. Even sometimes they'll say, my husband left me, and hey, now
Guess
I
what?
turned out to be it was painful, but now it turned out to be great. So yeah, so this is a club, definitely a very painful one to be in, but with
Never
some
wanted to be
still.
in it.
Exactly, especially not at 39. Yeah. But definitely with a couple of silver linings. Wouldn't
True.
you agree? Yeah.
I absolutely, and even including my faith, that's a whole nother subject, of course, especially when it comes to cancer, and I struggled with it, especially when my dad died.
Yeah.
That was hard to just, you know, but again, when I did just stop trying to do everything myself and allow, just surrender, my life has changed and doors have opened that, I never even dreamed of. And it's amazing. And the people that I've been able to help through their journey in a positive way it's been a blessing for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. And allow yourself to be helped as well.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. It's amazing. My gosh, thank you so much, Tara. You're an inspiration. I'm just going to be floating on air and clouds all day today. No, I'm not going to cry. You are.
It just brings up a lot of,
It's true. Take it.
Yeah.
Take it. It's accept it. It's true. No need to cry. No need for tears. You are an angel. You come to people with, yeah, for real.
I appreciate that so much.
For real.
Thank you so much.
Well, this was a pleasure. Thank you, Tara. Please stay in touch. We'll talk again soon.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Bye.